Hello, everyone, and welcome to Yoga by the Moon. My name is Michelle, and I'm here to guide you through a last quarter moon practice for the last quarter moon for April 10th of 2026. Last quarter moons are the culmination of the lunar cycle. They are about reflection. We take a moment of pause before we start a new lunar cycle and assess. So we look at everything in this whole current lunar cycle, and we're like, okay, what works for us? What doesn't? What aligns? What doesn't? And so it gives us that moment of reflection and pause. And in that pause, we can release the things that don't align, that we don't resonate with, that just aren't jiving with us anymore. And so that's what last quarter moons are all about. We are in Aries season, and Aries is a very fiery, passionate, and independent, like of the self kind of sign in all the good ways and bad ways. I mean, every sign has good and bad, right? But I really think that Aries is great for that because it really is empowerment, and it allows you to really nurture yourself in an energetic way so that you're not just doing the tender, loving care, like bubble bath kind of incense, relaxing self-care, but empowerment and giving yourself a boost, if you will. That's what Aries is very much about. So Aries' energy gives us that sort of drive to really do some deep self-reflection, to empower ourselves and find out what is in alignment with our goals and our missions and who we are, so that we can clear the way for things that are not of us, that are not going to light that spark within us. This particular last quarter moon takes place in the sign of Capricorn, and Capricorn is a very grounded earth sign. They're very reliable, they're very practical, they're very ambitious and goal-oriented. So what all of that energy brings to the last quarter moon is that we, in our reflection and in our pause and our assessments, we can use the organization and meticulous planning and thought that is Capricorn and make sure that our path forward is curated in a way that is in alignment with ourselves. So we get to take that pause and we get to be like, okay, how can we plan everything ahead so that we are working in alignment with ourselves? It gives us that really deep reflection, that deep pause for working on our goals. And Aries really makes it about us in a positive, fiery, what lights us up kind of moment. So we get to take this particular last quarter moon phase to really determine what lights us up and how to move forward with that, so that when the new moon comes, we're ready for it with our new plans. So we're going to begin, as we always do on the mat, with breath work. And to begin our practice today, we're going to begin by coming on our knees and sitting back on our heels, here in hero pose. If that's uncomfortable for you, you can just take a comfortable seat, or you can lift your bum up and put like a block or a pillow or a cushion or something there to kind of create some space so you aren't putting so much pressure on your knees. Whatever feels right for you is great. Our breath work that we're going to do today is kind of apropos for the fact that we just had Easter earlier this week. But it's also very much in alignment with everything in this particular last quarter moon, and I'll explain it in a minute. It's called bunny breathing. And you know how bunnies do that little scrunch up their nose and sniff really fast? That's how our inhales are going to go. We take 3 sharp inhales through the nose, and then 1 long exhale out the mouth. And we're going to do that about 5 or 6 times. This particular breath is really, really great for energetic cleansing. It's very good for releasing negative energies. It's good for self-alignment, self-attunement, creating harmony, and for that moment of pause and clearing that the last quarter moon really is about. But we get to bring a little bit of energy with Aries and a little bit of thoughtful cleansing with Capricorn and the release of the last quarter moon. So I'll demonstrate one and then we'll do 4 together. So our inhale, we're going to do 3 short, rapid, quick inhales through the nose, like you're sniffing, and then 1 long exhale out the mouth. Ready? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, quick sniff, sniff, sniff. Exhale, long sigh out. Inhale. Sigh it out. Last sniffing inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Take a moment. Find the rhythm of your regular breath. Arrive in this moment. Wherever you are, we're going to take our right hand to the outer left part of our left knee. Swing our left arm behind and use our fingertips as a kickstand to keep our neck nice and long, our spine nice and long. And we're going to turn and look over that left shoulder. Here in a seated twist variation in hero pose. Twists are so good for releasing. It's a physical release for the body in terms of stress. It helps your digestive system, which literally allows us to release waste from our bodies. Such a beautiful symbolic pose for release. 1 more breath in here. On an exhale, come back to center, and then this time your left hand is going to come to the outer right part of your knee. Your right arm's going to swing behind. You're going to turn and look over that right shoulder. With every exhale, try and twist a little deeper into the right side. Even if you can't physically move anymore, just imagine that you're wringing yourself out like a washcloth, getting every last drop out of the body so that we're fresh, dry, and new. 1 more breath in. Exhale. Come back to center. And now we're going to take our hands and clasp our fingers together and press our palms out. First, we're going to round through our spine to stretch through that upper back. Just for a breath or 2 here. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, bring those hands up overhead, keeping them clasped, still pressing them away from the body, but now in a nice shoulder opener, side body opener. 1 more breath here with our arms up. Inhale. Exhale, keeping your arms as they are, just tilt towards the right hand side. Getting a nice side body stretch deeper on the left side. Inhale. Exhale back to center and then tilt all the way to the left. Now, stretching through that right side body. This whole practice is going to be releasing, allowing us for introspection. 1 more breath in here. Exhale back to center. And then gently open those hands and bring them to your lap. In your own time, in your own way, make your way to all fours. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Nice flat back, neutral neck. Tabletop position, hands and knees. Now, instead of taking a traditional cat and cow, what we're going to do is kind of undulate and circular move our hips one way and then the other. circular motions through the shoulders. Kind of find like a nice salsa rhythm dance here in a cat and cow to really just release in that spine in a very freeing, Aries, independent, self-assertive way. Find what feels good to you and be free in your body. It doesn't need to look any particular way, just whatever feels good. That's the name of the game, right? I don't know about you, but that's why I come to my mat. Take one more breath wherever you are. Then on an exhale, find stillness. Inhale, lift that right leg parallel to your spine. Exhale as many steps as you need to get there. Bring that right foot to the outer right part of your mat. If you need to, you can walk that left knee back, but stay on that left knee. And you can either stay up here on your fingertips in lizard lunge, or if you'd like to get deeper, you can drop down to those elbows, maybe even opening that knee out to the right side. Just releasing deeply into those hips. Every exhale, find a little bit more release, a little bit more surrender. One more breath here. And if you are on your elbows, press yourself back up onto your hands. Bring those hands under your shoulders. And then bring that right knee back to the left. If you wish to take a round of cat and cow to reset through that spine, please do. And we will all meet in a neutral tabletop. Inhale, left leg comes parallel to our spine. Exhale as many steps as you need to get there. Bring the left foot to the outer left part of your mat. If you need to walk that right knee back a little bit, and your options are stay up on your hands, drop to those elbows, or even open that left leg out to the left side. Take a few breaths in your version of lizard lunge, releasing through those hips. If you have joined me before, you know I say this very often. We store so much of our emotions in our hips. And so when we regularly release through them, we allow those emotions that we're storing in there to pass through us so that we can let go of them. And since the name of the game of the last quarter moon is all about releasing what is no longer in alignment, what no longer serves us, those emotions we're storing aren't serving us. They're just there to kind of fan flames of future emotional outbursts. So if we let them go, they can't fan any additional flames. They can't hurt us. They can't bother us anymore when we let them pass through us. So let yourself feel. One more breath wherever you are. And if you were down on your elbows, come up to your hands under shoulders. Bring that left knee back to meet the right. Find yourself in tabletop, resetting with a cat and cow if need be. And then whenever you're ready, walk those hands slightly forward, curl those toes. Exhale, lift those hips high. Downward facing dog. Try to bring those heels towards the mat, but if they do not make it there, that is okay. Just take a breath or two in your downward dog, maybe pedaling those heels, just feeling a nice release in the back of those legs. One more breath in stillness. And then slowly walk your feet towards your hands. Generously bend your knees so your hands can still touch the mat in a nice forward fold. And then slowly, as if you're moving through molasses or honey or peanut butter, roll up through that spine, rising so slowly. And as soon as your last vertebrae rises up, bring those shoulder blades back and down, opening those hands. Tadasana, mountain pose. Let your vision return to normal. Sometimes hanging upside down for a little while can make our vision a little wonky. So arrive here in this mountain pose before we move on. And as you're ready, find all four corners of your right foot and shift your weight into that right leg. We're going to lift our left leg off the mat as we're ready, and we're going to cross that ankle on top of our right thigh, making a figure four. And if you're able, as low it will, and if you fall out, it's okay, your yoga mat will catch you, just like mine just did. But when you're ready, sit those hips back, left ankle across right thigh, in another hip opener, and standing figure four. Sink as low as you can. Find a focal point to help you balance. And breathe deep to release. One more breath in here. On an exhale, as gracefully as you can, unwind. Shake out those legs if you need to. Wiggle those hips. Whatever you need to do in order to reset before we move on to the other side. Find all four corners of that left foot, shifting your weight into the left foot. And when you feel ready and grounded, lift that right foot in the air, crossing the right ankle over the left thigh, sinking into your hips. Maybe you want to bring your hands at prayer to your chest. Maybe you would like to hold your leg. Whatever feels right to you. But find that focal point to help you balance, releasing through those hips. Bringing that fiery energy of Aries here. One more breath in. On an exhale, as gracefully as you can, come on out of it. Shake through those legs if you need to. Find those feet underneath your hips, equal weight now. And as you're ready, inhale, sweep those arms up overhead, clasp them together. Exhale, bring them down through heart center all the way down to the mat. Generously bend those knees as you touch the floor in forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Plant those hands, step your right foot back, and then the left in high plank. Shift your weight forward. Bend into those elbows, chaturanga. Press on up, upward facing dog. Lift those hips into downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes to the sky. Exhale as many steps as you need to get there. Right foot between your hands. We're going to rise on up. Keep staying up off that left heel. Raising our arms overhead. High lunge. Inhale, straighten through your leg. Exhale, bend. 3 more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Last one. Inhale, straighten. And we're going to stay up with our right leg straight. Step that right foot in a little bit, or left foot in a little bit, and come down onto that heel. Left heel pointing to the back, right corner of the mat. Toes off at a diagonal. Right toes still forward. We're going to reach our left arm down the back of our left thigh. Right arm up towards the ceiling. Reverse triangle. A nice side body stretch. Releasing in the right side. Not going into a deep reverse triangle. It's not the point today. Today is about release. One more breath in here. On an exhale, we're going to windmill our hands to frame our right foot and plant them on the mat. Shift that weight into that right foot. And as you're ready, lift up off that left leg, hands planted. Standing half splits. Standing splits variation. Reach that foot towards the sky. Feel a nice stretch in your glutes. The back of that right leg. One more breath in here. On an exhale, left foot meets the right in standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant those hands. Step the left foot back and the right meets it. High plank. Shift your weight forward. Bend your elbows, drop down, chaturanga. Press on up, upward facing dog. Lift those hips. Downward facing dog. Find your down dog. And then inhale, left leg comes to the sky. Exhale as many steps as you need to get there. Left foot comes between the hands. Staying up off the right heel, rising on up, bending into that left knee. Arms up, high lunge. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise, and now we're going to stay up. Step that right foot up a little bit. Plant that heel. Right heel, right foot points at an angle so that those right toes are aiming towards the top left corner of the mat, the right heel to the back left corner. Keeping your legs straight, we're going to reach our right arm down our right leg and our left arm towards the ceiling. In reverse triangle. Stretching through that left side body now. Breathing deep. One more breath in here. As you exhale, windmill those hands down to frame the foot. Shift your weight into that left foot. Keep your hands planted firmly on the mat so you can really shift your weight into your hands as well. And when you're ready, launch off that right leg and bring your left foot towards this, or right foot towards the sky. Standing splits. Breathe deep into that back body, releasing. Bringing that energy of release of the last quarter moon here. One more breath in. On an exhale, right foot meets the left in the front. Generously bend those knees in forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Plant those hands. Step the right foot back and then the left. And instead of chaturanga, we're going to drop all the way to our bellies now. You can rest one palm on top of the other and rest your forehead on your palms for a moment. Maybe rock those hips back and forth to release through the back body as I talk us through our next movement. We're going to do a nice scorpion stretch. And when you're ready, your left arm is going to come out to the left side of the mat, palm down. We're going to bend our right knee and we're going to use our right arm kind of like a 90-degree kickstand at the right side of our body, palm down, pressing into that palm. When you're ready, kick that right foot up and over so that it steps onto the left side of the mat. In this kind of weird twist, releasing through the left shoulder, the left chest muscle, opening our hearts. Breathe deep. One more breath in here. On an exhale, come back to center. Stretch that right arm out, palm down on the mat. Bring that left hand underneath your shoulder in a sort of 90-degree kickstand as you bend through that left knee. When you're ready, kick that left foot up and over the right side of the mat, planting it on the mat. And use your left arm to kind of press your chest open. Stretching through that right shoulder and chest now. And breathing deep. One more breath in here. On an exhale, come back to center. And then we're going to yogi pancake or press ourselves up, however you need to get there, to sitting on our bottoms. When you're ready, bring those feet out in front of you, kind of making an L shape with your legs and your spine. Nice tall spine, shoulders back and down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bring those arms to the side of your legs. Keep your spine nice and tall. So you may not reach your toes, you might, but you want to keep your chest pulling through. So if you only can grab at your shins or your thighs to keep your spine long, that is fine. Today is not about how deeply you can touch your toes. It's about releasing in the back of those legs. And to do so, we really need to kind of pull our chest through. So you may not grab your toes. I happen to be very long and can. It's not necessarily about how tight I am for me to do that because I have extremely long arms. But if you cannot reach your toes, that is fine. If you would like the help of a strap, you're welcome to use one. But make sure to keep that chest pulled through, that nice tall spine. Releasing in the back of those legs. As I said before, the last quarter moon is all about releasing, finding that moment of reflection. So when we soften, we can do that. And then those Capricorn and Aries energies can take hold to create that pathway forward. One more breath in here. Exhale. Rise back on up. We're going to take a deep breath in, and as we breathe out, we're going to bend through that right knee, planting that foot on the mat and pulling that knee in towards our chest. Whenever you're ready, we're going to inhale that left arm up, and we're going to bring the left arm to the outer right part of our leg, using our right arm as a kickstand as we did earlier, and looking over that right shoulder in a seated twist variation. As I said at the beginning of our practice, twists are so good for releasing things that are not in alignment, that do not serve us. One more breath in here. Exhale, unwind, and bring that right foot down to meet the left. Breathe in. As you breathe out, bring that left foot planted towards your bum, bending into that left knee. Inhale, right arm up to the sky. Exhale, bring the right arm to the outer left part of your thigh. Left arm behind to keep your spine nice and tall, and looking over that left shoulder in this seated twist variation. With every exhale, see if you can twist a little deeper, even if it's just an imaginary, mental vision of doing so. So we can squeeze out any last things not in alignment with ourselves. One more breath in here. Exhale, unwind. And this time, we're going to bend our left knee open, creating this sideways triangle with our foot, and then bring our right foot to meet the left, soles of the feet together, creating a diamond shape with our legs. Take your hands and grab at your ankles and pull that chest through. Now you may want your heels out wide, you may want them in close, you may want them kind of in a halfway point, whatever's comfortable for you in this hip opener. Making sure you're pulling that chest through. Butterfly pose. Nice calming pose. Pose for introspection. Good pose for allowing the energy of Capricorn to clear out the clutter and organize in this time of reflection. One more breath in here. And on an exhale, just find yourself in a comfortable seat. Maybe you wish to cross your legs. Maybe you wish to go back to hero pose. Maybe you wish to have your legs out in front of you again. Maybe you wish to stay in butterfly. But find yourself in a comfortable seat, arriving in your mat, so that I can take you through the meditation for the last quarter moon. Feel the support of the earth beneath you. Notice it holding your body, cradling it, giving you ease and stability. With every exhale, sink deeper into a state of calm. Allow your mind to slow and your body to relax. Bring awareness to your body. Notice the top of your head. Notice any areas of tension or tightness. There's no judgment needed. Simply observe your sensations. With every exhale, any tension you do notice, release it from your scalp, your forehead, your temples. Allow your jaw to soften, eyes relax. Allow your shoulders to release and drop gently, letting go of any burdens they may be carrying. Allow your breath to travel down to your arms, and fingertips, creating a sense of lightness and ease. Bring awareness to your chest and torso. Notice the expansion of your chest with every inhale. And on your out breath, allow the torso to soften, releasing stress and worry. Follow your breath down into your abdomen now, noticing the rise and fall, the gentle rhythm that mirrors the ebb and flow of life. As you breathe, remember that the body knows how to relax when it's given the space and permission to do so. Now imagine the moon. It's luminous in the night sky, glowing with a silvery light. Imagine its light descending and touching the crown of your head, slowly spreading downwards like a waterfall of calm energy. Let the moonlight flow over your forehead, your eyes, your cheeks, your jaw, softening every muscle, releasing tension, and bringing a feeling of safety and serenity. Allow the moonlight to continue its path down, softening the neck, shoulders, and arms, bringing warmth and relaxation with every passing moment. Feel its light filling your chest, radiating through your heart, and expanding outward with every breath. Notice how each inhale brings more lunar energy into the body, and each exhale releases stress, tension, and thoughts that no longer serve you. Bring awareness to your back, your spine, and your lower body. Imagine the silvery moonlight moving down your spine, melting away tightness, flowing through your back, your hips, your thighs, knees, and legs. With every passing moment, the body feels lighter, freer, more deeply relaxed. The moonlight finally reaches your feet and your toes, grounding them while leaving the body completely enveloped in calming lunar energy. Focus on the qualities of the moon. Its stillness, its sense of reflection, and gentle illumination. Mentally let go of any worries, negative thoughts, or emotional burdens, and release them into the moonlight. Imagine them being absorbed and transformed into calm and serene energy. As you breathe, know that the moon's glow nurtures clarity, peace, and emotional balance. Sense the moonlight as a gentle flowing energy moving through your entire body, connecting the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. Focus on your heart's center, feeling warmth, compassion, and tranquility radiating outward. Acknowledge any emotions or sensations that arise and observe them without judgment. allowing them to dissolve naturally into the moon's glow. Imagine the moonlight expanding beyond your body, creating a protective and luminous space around you. This light forms a shield of calm and clarity where you can feel safe, supported, and connected to the natural rhythms of the night. The waxing and waning of the moon mirrors the ebbs and flows of our thoughts and emotions, and it's natural for mental and emotional currents to move in their own time. Stay in this full immersion of lunar energy for a few more moments, breathing slowly, deeply, mindfully. Notice how peaceful your body feels, how clear your mind becomes, how light and open your heart feels. Savor this experience, allowing it to imprint a sense of calm and serenity within. When you're ready, bring awareness back to the body in the present moment, feeling the points of contact with the floor or the mat. Gently wiggle your fingers and toes. Turn your elbows and wrists, maybe turning your neck a little bit. Rolling your shoulders. Taking some grounding breaths. As you're ready, flutter those eyelids open if you had them closed or in a soft gaze. And come back here in this moment with me. The calm, luminous energy of the moon remains within you, and it can be revisited anytime through mindful breath and visualization. And I wish you would carry this sense of serenity, calm, and inner peace with you through the rest of your day, for the rest of this lunar phase. And know that you can reconnect with the moon's gentle energy whenever you wish. You also may connect with me whenever you wish here on YouTube. It is always my honor to have you show up for this community, for yourself, and for me here in practice. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for showing up and arriving today. I look forward to the next new moon with you, and that will be a new moon in Aries. So it'll be abundant Aries energy there. But that's what's to come. Savor the now. And from my heart to yours, namaste.